Hello everybody, we are back with another post-commentary. Be prepared for a longer episode here, because today we are tackling, I guess, many different things. We're going to be tackling, like, I don't even know, Chalice dungeons. We did something else too. I think it was, I don't know why I lasted so long, why I just waited there. Oh yeah, we went to go get the first of the 3 umbilical cords, which we need to access the secret final boss, which we will be doing. We will be beating the game like it was meant to be beat, although I've never seen the ending, so I don't know what happens. So, in order to get the first of the 3rd umbilical cords, or I guess technically not first, there's a lot of orders you can do. So, if you go up here, okay, I don't know why I'm walking. I, like, walked everywhere in this episode for some reason. Iosefka is down there, dead. The blue alien version of Iosefka, that is. And the fake Iosefka, or Yosefka, is still alive. Which is who we're going to go kill, because that fake Yosefka has the 3rd umbilical cord, or the first of the 1/3 umbilical cords. It's complicated. So if you remember here earlier, this is where we went in and she was like speaking, and then she was basically like, no, if you don't get out, I'll be forced to kill you. And if you went to go fight her, she probably would have killed you because she's super hard. But when you beat Rom, you can go back to her, and she actually is pregnant. And you can go up and talk to her. See that dialogue, she's like going through a lot of pain because she has one of the great ones in her, which is terrifying. I don't know how that really happened, but you strike her, then you kill her, and then you get 1/3 of the umbilical cord, which is awesome. And you need that in order to beat the final boss. Oh, it's super dark. To beat the final boss, you need to eat 3 of those umbilical cords before you go to the final fight, which a lot of people make the mistake of not doing. You have to do it before the final fight, or else, you just don't get to fight that boss. And apparently it's a pretty fun boss, so I don't know. I guess you'd be missing out. And here's the, I just like fooling around with this little guy. He looks like all like blobby and stuff, and kind of disgusting. Oh, also, I never mentioned, yeah, we're gonna go back to the upper cathedral ward later, because the upper cathedral ward right now is just, whoops, microphone, is just way too hard for me. A lot of the enemies do a ton of damage, and I had realized that while recording an episode. Didn't turn out so well. So I decided not to go there. Oh, Doll's all sad. That sucks. So I'm going here now to see if I can fortify my weapons, and I can. Because off screen I think I bought, like, when I was gone, I bought some twin bloodstone shards. That's why I only have 15 insight. So yeah, that's why that happened, if you're curious. But I think here's where I go to explore over here. Over here is it's a different messenger. It's a stump messenger, and you can basically customize your messengers with it. But I don't know if it opens up. I don't know when it opens up, but it hasn't opened up yet for me, which sucks. So I was sort of just like thinking, what do I do? I mean, like, I have like a whole few episodes, and I honestly didn't know what to do. I was thinking about going to kill Dark Beast Parl, but I wasn't really sure if I, like, could, so I waited a little bit. I spent some of that so I could upgrade my Saw Cleaver to +6, and then subsequently +7. So now I have the Tenitris and the Saw Cleaver both at level 7, which is pretty darn cool. I didn't go to kill Dark Beast. Oh wait, here I went to I guess customize my weapon more, because I had more bloodstone gem or blood gems, so I felt like I could really do some more stuff with my Soul Cleaver, and I did. And now the Soul Cleaver does, I mean, more damage. It's good. It's definitely good. I actually really like it. Sorry about that. And yeah, I really couldn't find a better replacement for the red brooch, but there was one that seemed pretty good, so I picked it. When your health is all the way up, your attack is raised by quite a bit, which is really nice. And here, I figured, hey, why don't I start the Chalice dungeons? Because Chalice dungeons they're kind of long, and I'm gonna do them eventually. So I figured, hey, I'll just do them now, or I'll start them out now. So since we killed Bloodstarved Beast, we have the lower Tumaru, like Tumaru Chalice, I think it is. And you can basically go to this lower Tumaru area. The Chalice dungeons are really cool. You can have online Chalice dungeons where you can play with friends and stuff, and they're randomized. But then there's the regular Chalice dungeons, which are always the same for everyone, but they're only single player, which is cool. And at the end of all the Chalice dungeons, there's unique bosses. Some bosses are used from the base game in the Chalice dungeons, but quite a few bosses are actually new, which is pretty cool. There's actually quite a bit of bosses in this game. It's awesome. Pulled out my antidotes just in case I don't. I saw this lamp and I was like, okay. So, going down here, we're going to see. There's some people over there, and then there's a single rat over here. And I was like, well, obviously I'm gonna go kill this single rat first, and I'm good. My weapon is nice and good, and I really like that. I really like how my weapon is nice and powerful, just like I need it. So moving over here more, we find I don't even know what these guys are. Like, they're little, like, skeleton people. I guess raised zombies. I don't know. They're crazy. I love them. And then this guy, he was supposed to be throwing Molotovs at me, but he kind of fell down from the ladder. So, I mean, why not just take him out like that? Sorry about clearing my throat. So, this is a trap room. What are you gonna do? You're gonna go past the traps, obviously. Easy enough. Just don't get hit off, or else. And I also hate these guys. I hate them. I hate them so much. There's like so many of these little enemies, and notice how they're red, like in Yargul. In Yargul, the red enemies were being spawned by the Chime Maidens, and sure enough, there is a Chime Maiden in this place, except I fell down like a little idiot. Yeah, there are just she spawns so many enemies, which is why you want to kill her as fast as possible, because when you kill her, all of her enemies just die. Okay. Over here, all that was left was a flame dude. Flame dude, not much of a hassle. But there are these poison guys who throw poison knives at you, I think, and I hate them so much. But luckily, they're not too hard. They're really easy to take care of. But again, they hide in the mist, and they just hurt you. I thought I could sneak up from behind this guy. It didn't really work, but I mean, I didn't really take too much damage at the end of it all, except from the poison knife guy, because of course poison knife guy did damage to me because poison knife guy sucks. One jumping attack, and we're finished with that guy. And he glitched through the wall for a second there, which was pretty cool. Now that guy right there, he's throwing knives. And we can finally flip this switch here, or this lever, to unlock the boss door. And the boss door will let us go to fight the boss. But first, there's some business I have to take care of. Down there, like below the traps, I guess. If you were to get hit off, there's a secret area down there. I'm not going to get hit off, obviously, because I don't want to take damage. But There is a secret underground entrance right here, in which you can take it and go down here, and you find there's a snatcher. So you got to kill the snatcher, of course, because snatchers suck. I don't think they take you to Yargle if they kill you in here. I'm not sure. That's something I might try out. I mean, on like a new file, I might go to the Chalice dungeon and see if they can take me to Yargle. Be interesting. Here I got myself into a terrible situation. Just watch. Just watch and learn. Enjoy. I was trapped into a wall and it was absolutely terrifying. I thought I was gonna die. Luckily I didn't. And there's only one rat left, which is so relaxing because I thought that I was about to die there. Imagine being in a sewer trapped with a bunch of rats that are all just going to pile up and kill you. I mean, that doesn't sound fun, and I bet it wasn't fun for my character. And I apologize about it. To him, of course, not to you guys. I mean, I have nothing to do. Just to him, you know. Alright, so now we realize, well, what is there to do? Because when you finish this area, you're like, where do I go? Where do I go? Well, you want to head to the boss door, which we unlocked with that lever. Which is pretty cool. I was just exploring around the area. I thought there was something on the floor there, but there was really nothing there. Oh, sorry if you can hear this. I guess that noise right there is a tissue I was holding on accident. My apologies. There's a ladder right here. If you climb up it, bam, you got yourself a door. It's a blue door, so you know it's good. So you open it up. And what do you find behind the blue door? You find a set of yellow doors. Not a set. You just find like it's a yellow door. There's a yellow door right there. It's not anything special. And then you fight the next boss, or the first boss of the Chalice dungeons. The undead giant, in which you miss a few shots and he doesn't do any damage to you. He is super weak. Here you can get a visceral by staggering him just by hitting his legs. Super easy. He takes so much damage. Like, I mean, not he takes so much. He basically he takes a lot of damage from your attacks, is what I meant to say. That's what I meant to say. Not that he takes a lot of damage to kill, because he really doesn't. Alright. So we light the lamp, and then we're going to go over here and look at our face a little bit, because I like how my face looks. It looks all creepy. And then it's going to cut. Now, it cut there because I had originally stopped recording, and then I recorded this part, because I want to make the Chalice dungeon, or at least the first Chalice dungeon, one part. Just because it seemed good. It seemed like a good thing to do. Which is why this is a really long episode. 35 minutes in total. 35 minutes and 8 seconds right now. I might trim it down. There might be some areas that I can trim down on a little bit, and I might do that. You know, where I can cut away and play some kind of cave story, so that I can get my, so I can technically tag on not in the comments, in the description, cave story, get a bunch of views, get that hashtag YouTube money. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not that guy. Well, maybe I will be eventually. I don't know. But right now, I am not that guy. I was being really suspicious here because nothing was attacking me. And normally when I played this, when I first did this Chalice dungeon, enemies were like dropping from the ceiling, attacking me. So, I didn't really know what to think. So I just, you know, sort of went over here, having a grand old time. Going this way, see a lone enemy. What do? You run towards it, you hit it, bam. See an enemy sitting on the floor, what do? You hit it. Of course, you freaking moron. I'm just kidding. You guys are not freaking morons. Maybe some of you are. I don't know. I can't speak for all of you. I can only speak for what I've seen in the comments, and what I've seen in the comments is nothing because no one watches my videos. I hope that was sad. I need that the sad views. people who view my videos because they feel bad for me. I need that. So walking up here, normally, I saw that, and I went, what was that? And then I looked behind me. And then, of course, billions of enemies. Because that happened before when I played this game. Like, when I played this before, this never happened. When I did this Chalice dungeon, this never happened. Which was why it really surprised me. I was like, what the heck? Why are there so many enemies? I took so much damage. I was in shock almost. I guess it was the Chime Maiden spawning them, but like, I've never seen her do that, which is crazy. But luckily, we finished them off. Sadly, though, more keep coming, because that's just how the Chime Maiden enemies work. But luckily, again, the Chime Maiden is really easy to find, and we can find her real quick. Dispatching that enemy, going through here. Obviously, putting on my light, because it's really dark. Bloodborne can be a really dark game. Like, literally dark, but also, like, metaphorically dark. Like, dark themes. Bloodborne's just a dark game in general. It's like Twilight Princess. It's the darkest Zelda game, because you need the lantern to see anything in the game. That game is so dark. I wish they would have made it like a little bit lighter or something, anything. And that enemy just flew through the floor. I don't want to talk about that. That heavily disturbs me. Alright, finally killed the Chime Maiden. Thank goodness. And we can take care of this guy. Down here we're gonna have one of these Merciless Watcher guys. He's actually quite hard. I thought he was gonna be kind of easy, so I sort of just like was like walking up to him like, "Hey, what are you gonna do to me?" That's right, nothing, because you're kind of weak. But he just came rolling at me, which I was not used to. I never saw this guy before. Um, and like he looks weird. He's like naked and he has that weird chin, and he's holding like a giant mace, and he's rolling around at the speed of sound. Places to go. He's gonna follow his rainbow. But yeah. Now we've unlocked the boss door, and we can go fight the boss. This boss again is a really easy boss. If we just head right back through here, going back into this room, we can get on one of the ladders, which is right here. I say one of, but there's only one ladder, so disregard that. And you can go back through this first starting room. Oh, it is super dark. And go to the blue door. Gotta love that blue door, though. Blue door's nice. And then you got the yellow door again. And in here we have a fairly easy boss. He's not hard at all. It's 3 people, but it's nowhere near on the difficulty scale of the Shadows of Yharnam. You got like these are like Shadows of Yharnam. These are like blobs of Yharnam. They're like 3 merciless watchers that are just giant blobs who do nothing. I mean, they attack you, but it's really easy to get off viscerals on them and take down half their health. Like, look at that. It's crazy. And I mean, also, like, the Tinitris is upgraded pretty heavily, so that probably impacts the amount of damage it does. And this one, it does way more than the last one, which I don't know why it did that. I think Merciless Watchers, like, some of them are just weaker than others, but yeah, I don't really mind. I killed one of them, and I'm gonna kill another one. Bam. In one hit. So weak. And then we got this guy left, who is the Gun Watcher. All he does is hold a gun. And he then pulls out a weapon, but he doesn't really have a chance to use it, because prey slaughtered. Alright, with our prey slaughtered, play slaughtered. Our play was not slaughtered. We had really good play there. we can light the lamp and move on to to the microphone falling. No, to us falling down a ladder because I didn't take the ladder because I didn't see it. And oh my god, the microphone. I apologize for that. Oop. Nope, it's not working. Whoa. Sorry for that weird voice there. There. You're gonna hear a lot of like rustling around with that microphone then, but who really cares? Now we're down at the very, very last floor of the Lower Patumaru Chalice dungeon. I love that word. And it takes us about 15 minutes because it's kind of long. There's a lot more to do here. I quickly go back though because I would like to. I forget what I did actually. Oh, I bought some blood vials. I was running low on blood vials. I have like 9, I think. Which is fine, but I really needed more. And I was also looking around at the weapons, see what I could possibly buy eventually. So now that I have full, blood vials, I'm ready to return to the Patumaru Chalice, or Tumaru. I really do think it's an interesting concept. Okay. Fire paper, cool. Cool. I prefer bolt paper, since it gives you bolts, like the Tenitris. I'd love to bolt paper a Tenitris, which I don't think is possible, but I'd love to do that. Oh, right off the bat, completely forgot about that enemy. He is a jerk. A big old jerk butt. But this guy is not. Because you can just go right down on him. That sounds really bad. I forgot to dodge. And I dodged, but one of them... The second time I dodged, but one of them didn't even hit me, so it didn't really even matter. So here my weapon's at risk, so my Tenitris needs to be healed, which I don't do for the rest of the episode. Oh, sorry about that. No noise I made there. Because I was like, Soul Cleaver's good enough. It's got a +7. I think it can handle the dungeon, this rest of this dungeon, and I guess we'll find out if it can or cannot. But it's certainly very interesting. I really like the Soul Cleaver. I think it's a cool weapon. I like the Hunter Axe more, but I think the Soul Cleaver is really cool. The Threaded Cane is awesome too. The Pimp Cane, as it's known, official name. The super official From Software said it themselves. It's called Pimp Cane. It's kind of like Tim Cane, but a pimp of canes. That's such a stupid joke. I'm sorry. Here I'm just looking around for the Chime Maiden, because I know she's up here somewhere, and I kill her, and her minions die, and so then there's only like regular minions to deal with for the rest of this time here, which is nice. Nothing's gonna respawn and come at me and try and kill me. Unless I die, of course, in which case everything respawns. Ooh, that was a voice crack for the ages. The respawns. That was even worse. Well, I did that last one on purpose, but that one before, that ooh. I haven't had a voice crack like that in forever. I mean, then again, my voice can't really crack when it's already as high as it is. I have a pretty high-pitched voice, which, I mean, I'm chill with it. I like it. I don't mind it. I think it's okay. Definitely doesn't hurt me. Doesn't do anything bad for me. So I'm okay with it. I mean, I'm sure you can tell I have a high-pitched voice from my videos, but yeah. Sometimes I like to speak lower on purpose so they sound cooler. But then when I do that, my voice just starts to crack. Because my voice was not meant to go that low. I just find it funny. So going around here, we're trying to look for the Snatcher. There's a snatcher here, and he's annoying if you can't see him. He just comes out of nowhere and kills you. So I want to kill him before he can do that. And I found him. I was like, "Oh, is that a bag I see?" And it was a bag I saw. And I also saw somebody throwing Molotovs, but I didn't really know what to do at the moment because I didn't really know where that guy was. He comes into play later. We'll see him later in a little bit. Um, there's like a second floor to this area here, and I'd never been on it. In like my first playthrough, I guess I just didn't see it, so I never went to it. So when I first went to it, I was like, "What?" And here's a fountain with ritual blood in front of it. It's the worst when you go to a fountain at a park or whatever, and you just see ritual blood in front of it. All you want to do is just have a nice ritual, but yet it's a water fountain. God. So right here, open up this door. I'm sorry for my bad comedy. This person. Kill her immediately. I don't know what she does, but that's probably the reason why you want to kill her immediately, because I have no idea what the heck she does. If you go this way, get some more blood vials, refill. Also, that lady drops 12 Quicksilver bullets, which is nice. Here there are no enemies. I was being really cautious because I thought there were a bunch of enemies. Oh wait, no. Wrong room. Never mind. There is an enemy in here. It is the Merciless Watcher. Ooh. He keeps stabbing me with that fire thing. It looks like the unfinished gun from Gungeon. From Enter the Gungeon, that is. Enter the Gungeon. Yeah, I love that. Another way you can pronounce that is Gungeon. Just a little fact right there. Gungeon. Tell you that much. Gungeon. So we're headed to the boss anyways. I'm sorry for that. So we're headed to the boss, and we're basically, before we do that, we're gonna go up this ladder here. I guess in my first playthrough I saw this ladder, but I never went up it because I just forgot it was there on my way back, so I just didn't do it. But now on this file, I finally got to doing it. Looking around over here, seeing what's going on. Found this little room up here, and I was like, that's pretty cool. What's in here? I was like, this looks like a trap. It looks like a trap, so I started walking the other way. Was not a trap. It was not at all. Instead, it got me to 20 blood vials, which was like, whoa, nice. I'm glad about that. Ooh, there are birds chirping outside my window. They're pretty chill. I like them. I like birds. I think birds are cool. This video is going to take forever to upload, but hey, I guess that's what happens sometimes when you care about your viewers. When you really want to make quality content for your viewers. I say quality. You can't see it, but I'm doing air quotes because does this count as quality content? I would think not. Treasure chest. Luckily it wasn't a mimic. Speaking of mimics, Enter the Gungeon. I got it. I recorded an episode of it. If you guys would like to see that, can you guys leave a comment and tell me that? Because if you guys want to see Gungeon Let's Play, or just Gungeon episodes every now and then, fine by me. I'd love to play Gungeon for you guys, because I love Gungeon. I think Gungeon is a really, really fun game. Reminds me of Binding of Isaac, but it also reminds me of Nuclear Throne. It's like indie games mixed with indie games, and it's so much fun. It's one of my favorite roguelike games. I mean, I know there aren't too many roguelike games out there. I mean, there are quite a few, but yeah. Here I took out the monocular, and I wanted to look at that enemy. I realized, I'm just going to do monocular. I'm just going to go in, and I'm going to kill him with my monocular powers. So what do you think I did? I went in, and I killed him with my monocular powers. Which is probably the highlight of this episode. Which is not saying much. Here is an elevator that looks like it should not work, and also I could not get this lever to work. So I went in the elevator, and that does not seem like a really sturdy elevator, but I mean, like, if my torch can go through the iron on the elevator, I really feel like that's an unsafe elevator. Like, if my torch, a wooden torch, can get through iron, I don't think that's very safe for the children, for anybody, for work, not safe for work for sure. Um, and really just not fit for life. It's like Mars, it's uninhabitable. Alright, so we are now going back up here. With my terrible comedy sense, we'll climb up the ladder, and we will head over to the boss room again. And I healed there because I wanted to get to max health because, again, I do more damage at max health, which just a little thing, but it's nice. There, we'll be getting to there later. Not later in this episode, but in a I guess not previous. Why did I say previous? In the next episode, we'll be going to that little area. It's not like a whole. It's just a little treasure place, basically. And I thought it would do better in a separate episode because this one was already getting way too long. And I'm sorry, it might adjust. This guy is Watchdog of the Old Lords, and I like it. He's a nice, cool-looking fire dog, and he's a watchdog, right, for the Old Lords, and he's fire, which, I mean, sort of reminded me of Dark Souls, and I was like, ooh, is that like a Dark Souls reference? But I don't know if it is, because, I mean, he's on fire, and Dark Souls has a lot to do with fire and cinder and stuff like that, and the Old Lords could be like, you know, Lord Gwyn, Grave Lord Nito, the Bed of Chaos, or Witch of Izalith, I guess, and Seath. It could be a reference to that, but I don't think it is. I think it's just a cool little enemy that they made. Although at the same time, as cool as he is, he's kind of disgusting. His design is cool, but I don't know. I staggered him there, but I could not get the visceral because he is being a jerk, and so before I staggered him, he had knocked me on the ground, and so I could not go for the visceral. But luckily, I'm going to be finishing him soon, after I get hit a lot, of course, because, I mean, what are you supposed to do in Bloodborne? Not get hit? I don't believe so. Oof. That was some good damage on his part. He does so much damage. Luckily, he completely missed that attack. Worse than me when I play, I don't know, baseball. That's a topical joke, baseball. But, yes. We did it. And then I was just, like, holding down X, trying to do another command, and then I was like, we did it again. We did it again. Those commands are really funny. But I lit the torch, and I think this is around where I ended off the episode. There's still like 2 minutes left. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. But first, #but first, there was a thing I needed to do. Really important. This manipulates the RNG in the game, so that you can get ultimate money. I mean blood echoes from enemies. So here's what you gotta do. You gotta throw down these coins, you know, leading to the lamp. Just in case you forget, you know, these luminous coins will light your way to the area. So if you ever lose your way, these things are like breadcrumbs, which is very, very useful in Bloodborne. You use them all the time. I find myself using these coins so often. I use these coins all the time, because, I mean, it's just the worst when you lose your way, am I right? There's no internet. You can't look up where to go. So what do? You leave a breadcrumb trail, which stays there the whole game. And you keep going. 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 And here you go. You found your way to the door. So, you know what? That's good. The coins will guide your way from the door to the lamp if you ever lose your way. If you ever lose your way on a straight path, you need help. I'm sorry for you. And goodbye.